Hey guys, Dowman here, and seeing you guys like the last one so much, I got another tracker lore video for you here. But this one featured two characters, so I had to come up with a voice for the second character I think you guys would find quite humorous. I did attempt to do it as best I could, but yeah. Thank you guys, and sit back, relax, and enjoy. Welcome back, hunters. This is Garrett Kaliga coming back at you with more Tracker, the official source for Bounty Hunter Guild bounties and other info. Today's episode is brought to you by Center Mass, your single store solution for all your offensive and defensive needs. Stop by any of their franchises to get a feed on the latest deals for the manufacturers you've come to trust. We're going to talk about Count Ringy in a moment, but first I've got a couple more late additions to this episode's hot sheet. First up, Marshall Theodore. First time offender, bounty's been posted by the CCB, looks like a Fuji run. Apparently the kid took out a loan and is trying to skip on paying any of it back. Probably low threat, but be careful. Kid's probably scared and twitchy. Theodore's last known reg tag location flags were in Magnus, Nexus, then nothing. Next? This seems to be a misprint. But my producer's swearing it's not. A renewed bounty has been issued for the members of the Orion Network. Last I heard, all got vented both personally and professionally by the Marines. But I guess not. Bounty was filled in Elysium, so I guess their resurrection moved them to a new part of space as well. That's all for now. Remember to consult your local guild or law enforcement office for a complete list of available bounties, and double check any bounty before confronting a fugitive, as bounties may have been cleared. All cases must be performed by licensed guild members in good standing. Alright, I'd like to introduce our guest for the show. He began serving in the Lego local militia at 17. After 3 years of dedicated service, he was hired into the local police force, where he served with distinction for another 10, before moving up to the advocacy, where he's been ever since. Let me introduce Callum Ringy. I got it, that was quite the introduction. Quite a career, so what is your focus at the advocacy? I was a field agent for most of my career. About 7 years ago, I got trapped on a bad raid on Prime, so I transferred behind desk. Now I'm focusing on system security. Is that like border security? No, well, kind of. It's mostly theoretical work, analyzing criminal states and looking for better ways to maintain order in heavily trafficked areas. And this is the Armistice Initiative? Yes, for several years now, the XC has been working on a Senate and concerned members of the weapons industry to minimize the capacity for violence in secure space, whether international or not. How so? Well, it's understood that the fact that the most ships feature a weapons or payload of some kind. While the UEE isn't against the ownership of these weapons, it does present an interesting conundrum. In areas where you are trying to maintain safety, if everybody can fire their weapons at any time, does that make it more secure or more precarious? The Armistice Initiative is experimenting with a new system that could automatically enable weapon safeties on ships that are in a secure system. The theory being that it could deter escalations to violence while also protecting against accidental discharge. With all due respect, what you're suggesting sounds nice in theory, but I feel it's not as simple as you'd think. That's why I'm here, Garrett. I want to reach out to various professionals to hear their insight on the potential shortcomings. Then get comfy. First of all, I don't like the idea of someone taking away control of my weapons. What if I discovered a client hiding out in system? Am I just supposed to subdue him with my personality? You'd never lose control. That is the important thing to remember. It is just a safety. You can always disable it. Then what's the point of the system? Well, if you disabled it, the system would notify nearby ships that your weapons were armed. So they would arm theirs, just in case I try to shoot. Probably yes, but if you don't open fire, you don't have anything to worry about. I guess I'm just a little fuzzy on what this will actually prevent. We're hoping it makes it easier to identify those with hostile intent, as well as prevent accidental discharge of weapons. It's a defense that we're hearing with surprising regularity in our courts at the moment. Sorry Callum, I'm not buying it, but we'll get into it after some brief messages from our sponsors. So stick around if you can. If you can't, you take care and watch your back. Transmission break. Hope you enjoyed that, folks. I did struggle a bit back there. My voice started to go, and I was almost gonna start sounding a bit like Megatron, so yeah, thank you guys for watching. I do love South Africans. They have one of the best voices in my opinion. I really do enjoy the way it sounds, so yeah, that's why I tried to replicate that as best I could. But hope you enjoyed that, folks. This has been another lore video and whatnot, so yeah, you know what the drill is, Commanders. You fly safe, and I'll see you in the verse.